And as expected, the FIFA World Cup has not disappointed us. This is Footy Fantasy, home of football. Please like, share, and subscribe accordingly. Today we are going to talk about all of the first games played through all of the groups from Group A to Group L. And we'll start from Group A. It's been exciting so far. Opening match of the tournament was between L3, the national team of Mexico, and the Republic of South Africa. Mexico won that game 2 goals to 0, goals from Julian Quinones and Raul Jimenez. Second game of the group, South Korea 2, Czech Republic 1. That was it for Group A. And Group B, we had Canada 1, Bosnia and Herzegovina 1. Qatar tied 1-1 with Switzerland. Group C, long-awaited Group C. We were waiting for the Seleção and they showed up. And it was sort of a disjointed performance. 11 individuals who played like they don't know themselves. And in fact, on the day of Brazil, Morocco were the better team. And an absolute masterclass display from the 18-year-old Moroccan midfielder who absolutely buzzed this game. So the game tied at 1, 32nd minute strike from Vini to equalize when after Ismail Saibari had scored in the 21st minute. Now, it was a pretty good game, but very underwhelming Brazilian national side. Haiti 0, Scotland 1, a solitary goal from John McGinn. And in Group D, we had the USA Stars and Stripes. USA showed up and spanked Paraguay 4 goals to 1. A brace from Folarin Balogun. It was a pretty good game. The Americans started out flying, a real good form. Pochettino seems to be doing a very good job with the American team. Australia 2, Turkey 0. This was a shocker. Australia completely subdued Turkey, and it was a surprising game. But you know, that's the spirit of football. You never can tell. That's why it's still a beautiful game because you have score lines like this. Group E, we had the efficient Germans. The German machines rolled over Curacao 7 goals to 1. And the other game in Group E, we had the Ivory Coast with a 1-goal win over Ecuador in a game that was extremely physical, but the very talented Amad Diallo scored in the 90th minute, late in the game to seal the win and hand the Ivorians 3 points. Group F, Netherlands tied 2-2 with Japan. This was an interesting game, very entertaining game. The Japanese, like I typically say, they are samurai football with precision passing. They held their own against the Netherlands side, who we know have criminally underachieved in the World Cup historically. So goals from Van Dijk and Somerville was not enough, as Nakimura and Daichi Kamada scored the both goals for the Japanese side. Sweden rolled over Tunisia 5 goals to 1. They beat Tunisia 5-1, and of course it starts well when you have your 2 foremost strikers, Alexander Isak and Gyökeres, scoring 2 of those goals for the Swedes. Group G had Belgium 1, Egypt 1. Pretty testy game. Mohamed Hani scored an own goal for Belgium in the 66th minute. In fact, it was forced by Lukaku to tie after Eman Ashor had scored in the 20th minute for the Pharaohs of Egypt. Second game of the group, Iran 2, New Zealand 2. This was pretty much a very emotional game for the Iranians, but regardless of all the perseverance, they were able to tie this game 2-2. We all know the difficult circumstance they have to engage into to prosecute this World Cup. Group H, well, this was not forthcoming. But some people who have seen Cape Verde in the African Cup of Nations know they have a good team, but the issue was translation into the global stage, and Cape Verde put up probably the most spirited performance in the first set of games. This game was started goalless. It was a goalless 0-0. Spain couldn't crack the extremely disciplined Cape Verde team. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia won, Uruguay won. That's the other game for that group, and that rounded up for Group H. Group I, the long-awaited heavyweight bout, France versus Senegal, lived up to its billing, but the French team just they have the more talent. The talent in depth is incomparable to the Senegalese team. The Senegalese team held their own, and France beat Senegal 3-1. A brace from Kylian Mbappe. Ibrahim Bayer had come in to score in the 95th minute, but Mbappe in typical fashion scored in the 96th minute to kill the hopes of the Teranga Lions of Senegal. The other game of the group, Iraq won, Norway 4, and this was a game where Haaland introduced himself to the World Cup with a brace in a fairly competitive game. The Norwegian team is a very strong team, and I think they will surprise the world at this tournament. Group J had Austria beat Jordan 3-1. And of course, the other game in the group, Lionel Messi reminded everyone that his name has not changed. He put up a masterclass performance, scoring a hat-trick goals in the 17th minute, 60th minute, and 76th minute to crown a fairly emotional night, because we got to learn that Messi's dad is health-wise is not actually in good shape. So prayers to the Messi family. Hopefully the dad gets better. But Messi, arguably the best player in this generation, showing why he's King Leo. Group K had Portugal tying with the Democratic Republic of Congo, a game where the Portuguese team, again, just like the Brazilians, a bunch of individuals, they played very disjointed football, but credit to DR Congo for putting up a real team-spirited performance. Congo, DR, they last played in the '74 World Cup as Zaire, and then Yohan Wissa made history by scoring that country's first ever World Cup goal in the 50th minute. In fact, 5 minutes at a time into the first half, Yohan Wissa scored a header to tie the game. Yohan Neves had scored in the 6th minute. Second group game, Uzbekistan won, Colombia 3. The Colombians played real good, and you can tell from their experience. And of course, James Rodriguez with his educated left foot, that hasn't changed. And to round up for the first games, you had Group L. England, the Three Lions beat Croatia 4-2. A brace from the extremely talented Harry Kane, and Jude Bellingham and Marcus Rashford completed the fourth strike to sink the Croatian team. Last game of the round, first game set of games, Ghana won, Panama 0. Caleb Yerenki's 95th minute strike was enough to hand the Black Stars 3 points, very valuable 3 points, as this was supposedly a tricky group, but now I think the Ghanaians, the Black Stars, they've put themselves in good position to qualify for the next round. So that's it for all of the games. We've had stories from King Leo to the spirited performance from Cape Verde and their excellent goalkeeper, the German machines showing what stuff they're made of, Yohan Wissa scoring the first ever goal for the Democratic Republic of Congo at the World Cup. And stories will keep being written at this World Cup. So just tune in. After the second set of games, we will regroup and talk about the second a round of games and preview what the third round will look like. It's been beautiful so far. Football wins always, but just one advice: before we were football fans, we were humans first. So please stay safe and stick to the responsibility. The first responsibility of humans is to care for each other. So take care of each other while you're watching your football and enjoying yourself. Let's brace for a very fulfilling World Cup. It's going to be special. From the next set of games, we'll begin to see the World Cup shape. You will see the outline form of this World Cup. It's going to be interesting. So tune in. We'll regroup after second games. Game number 2 is when it's all completed. We'll regroup and we will talk about it. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time out. God bless.